Welcome back everybody. Today we're gonna work on brake pads and rotors for the front and rear on 2012 to 2017 Camry. So the tools we need. First thing we need is wire brush, rubber mallet, a ratcheting ratchet. You can use a longer one or a short one. 14mm socket and 17mm socket. 21mm socket for the lug nuts. Open end and close end combination 14 and 17mm wrenches. Need a brake caliper tool, torque wrench, breaker bar, and a flathead screwdriver. You can purchase that brake caliper tool from Amazon or local parts stores. Now we're gonna also need a brake clean, anti-seize lube, caliper grease, and brake fluid. So the first thing you need to do is rack the car, or if you have a jack stand and a jack, what you need to do is look for these pinch mounts right here, if you can see it, and you put your jack underneath right here and then lift it. After lifting it, use these jack stands and put it underneath the car to raise the tire. But since we have this lift, so we're gonna make it easier and put it on the lift to do the brakes. So take your 21mm socket. So if you're doing on the lift and do not have it impact wrench, first break the nuts loose, so that way when the car is up in the air, so the tire wouldn't even spin. So if you have a gun, just zap it off. So the first thing we're gonna do is remove this caliper. You need a locking plier or a 17mm wrench which is shaved down. So you put 17mm inside and then 14 outside and then take it off. So what usually happens is when you try to take the bolt off, so it keeps the bolt keeps spinning because the guide pin is spinning inside the caliper bracket. 17mm wrench and then 14 on the outside, and then break it loose and then take it off. The other thing you can do, if you don't have a thin enough 17, you can take channel locks, the thin one, lock it, and then break it loose, 14mm right here. So after taking this caliper off, what you can do is you can either get something, hook right here, and then hang it. Do not let it loose on the ground. What I'm gonna do is put it on the side like this, so it's out of the way. So the next thing you're gonna do is remove these pads. In order to remove this pad, you just gonna take this pad and then take it out like this. Same thing for the inside one. So after that, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take these two bolts off, which are 17mm, one on top, one on bottom. You can break it loose with the breaker bar, or if you have a long enough ratchet. So 17, one bolt here, one bolt here, in order to take this bracket off. So this bracket we took off earlier. What we're gonna do is pull these pins out. So first you gotta check if these are working good. So these pins supposed to move back and forth. See, this one is a little bit harder. So what I usually do is I take them out. So it's basically just pull them out and see how dirty is it. So what you do is put a grease, clean it, and then put grease on it and reinstall them. So this is a caliper grease. I usually use it on all the brake jobs. So what I'm gonna do is, the pin I pulled it out, I'm gonna grease it real good. So these are the new ones and these are the old ones. So there's barely any pad left. You compare it side by side. There's nothing left. So this doesn't come with any hardware, just these clips. So what we're gonna do is take these old ones off, clean them real good with the wire brush, and reinstall them. So what you do is do one at a time. So take this one off like this, clean this part, put a grease down here, and then reinstall it. So do one side at a time. So there's total of 4 clips, 2 on each side where the pads goes. So clean them real good with a wire brush and then grease down here, then install it back. So the next thing we're gonna do is take this rotor off. Mine came off pretty easy, but sometimes it's stuck over here. What you can do is you can take a rubber mallet and then hit it over here on this side, and then on this side it will pop off. So the other thing you can do is get this bolt and then you can thread it in here. There's usually a hole, 2 holes. So what you do is thread it in and it will pull the rotor out. But mine came off easy. So the other thing you can do is, most of people don't do it, but I would do it. You wire brush this and put an anti-seize on here. So this is the new one, this is the old one. Let's compare it. So they're the same size. So next thing we're gonna do is push this caliper piston back, because we need to do this after we put new brakes, because so it will be all the way back. So what we need to do is get a tool like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna squeeze this backwards. So this tool is really useful. You can use C-clamp, you can do a lot of other things. But you can also get this tool for rent at O'Reilly or AutoZone. So now you can see it is pushed all the way back. Also gonna clean this and with the wire brush and then put a anti-seize grease on it. What you can do is put this lug nut on it so it wouldn't come off. Temporary. So we clean the clips. We took it off, clean them, and then put it back on. So what we're gonna do is put this caliper bracket back to the car. We're gonna reinstall those 17mm bolts back using a ratchet, and then we're gonna torque it. So these 17mm bolts to the knuckle to the bracket gets torque at 79 foot-pound, and these ones get torque at 24 foot-pound. But you can check your own specs on Google. Clips with it, and what you do is put it onto the pads. The clips are like these, and they go on the pad. Like this. So the pointy part is facing the rotor. So then you reinstall the pads the same way you took them out. Just they pops in, both of them. And what I would do is I would also put a grease around this metal piece and a little bit of grease right here. So these two pins, they go in the hole, one on the bottom, one on the top. So then you slide the caliper back onto the pads, and then what you do is get your 14mm bolt and then tighten them. So the torque on those are 24 foot-pounds, but you should look it up by yourself, Google it or do some other research. And also do the same thing on top and then torque it. Get a torque wrench and torque it. And repeat the same thing on the other side. And after that, torque these to the factory specs. So here we're gonna go back to the car. Gonna start taking the tire off using 21mm socket. For the caliper, it's the same thing. 14mm for the outside bolt, and then 15mm open end wrench to hold the bolt, and then 17mm for the brackets. Remove the caliper and remove the brake bracket, and then also remove a rotor off the car. Here is a comparison between the old rotor and the new rotor, and also the brake pad. So look at it, the new one and the old one, how much difference is it in between them? Yeah, the old one is all gone. Time to change it. Take your wire brush and then remove all the rust off of a hub. Use your anti-seize spray or anti-seize grease and then spray on it or put a grease on it. Put your new rotor back on the car and tell your buddy to press the parking brake and then check for the adjustment. So our parking brake was not adjusted properly, so we took the rotor off. Use your flathead and then adjust it. Move it up or down depending on how you want to set your parking brake, if it's too loose or if it's too tight. And put your rotor back on the car using a breaker bar. Tell your buddy to put the car in park and then try to move it. If it doesn't move, then you're good to go. If it moves, take it off and readjust it. And when the parking brake is off, it should be moving freely. Take your brake caliper bracket, take a screwdriver, remove the hardware and then clean it with the wire brush. Lightly apply grease on there and put the hardware back on. Take the guide pins out of the bracket, clean them and put a grease on it and reinstall. And make sure the guide pins are moving freely. Reinstall your caliper bracket back to the car. Use your 17mm socket. Install the rear indicator on the pads and install the pads back to the brake caliper bracket. Use the brake caliper tool and then push the piston back. Reinstall the caliper back to the bracket. Use 14mm socket and tighten it and torque it. Make sure your brake line is not kinked. Reinstall the tire and torque it down to the factory spec. And repeat the same thing on the other side. Check the brake reservoir and then see if there is fluid in it. Do we need to add it or remove it? Go in your car, sit on the driver's seat, press the brake pedal 5 times with the ignition off, and then turn on the ignition and press the brake pedal 5 times. Do that before moving the car or putting the car in the gear, so that way you know you will have brakes. And put the car in the gear and take it for a test drive. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned something new and have fun changing your brake pads and rotors. Thank you very much. Like, share, and subscribe.